Ever since I've been back posting regularly on my channel, I've been trying to add captions to mostly all the videos, so there's baked-in commentary, for a couple of reasons, mainly because the one thing that I get a comment on again and again is obviously I have a strong Scottish accent, and sometimes you find it difficult to understand what I'm saying. So that's why I've baked in the captions. And one of the requests of late has been, how do I do my captions? And today I'm going to show you that. Hi, I'm Stu. Welcome back to another CapCut video tutorial. Let's get started. So I've got CapCut launched here. I tap on New Project. I'm then going to go to my video tutorial, which happens to be the last one I did about the new freeze frame feature in LumaFusion. Tap Add, and we can see video tutorial here. So what we want to do from there is not tap anything else at the moment. We don't need to highlight anything like that. Just tap text at the bottom sort of left hand side and then tap Auto-Captions. Once you get to here, I'm going to choose video, which it kind of defaults to anyway, and I tend to use this little, if I can find it, Pro featured caption here. Obviously I pay for the Pro version of CapCut. There are plenty of non-Pro versions that you can use completely for free, so don't freak out about the fact that I'm choosing a Pro version. Then all I've got to do after that is just tap generate. And this happens pretty quickly. CapCut analyzes the video and then generates the captions. And you'll see them in brown or dark orange along the bottom, like so. I'll just play them through a little bit. One of the cool new features in LumaFusion version 5 is the ability to freeze frame. Simple enough thing up until now, what we've had. Now what I will say is, because I've been doing this reasonably regularly, the way it spells LumaFusion today is different to how it's been spelling it before, usually LimaFusion. And it's because the artificial intelligence, the machine learning that CapCut uses to basically do your captions for you automatically, it learns. So the more you do this, the better your captions become. It gets used to what you're saying and how you're saying it, which is quite a handy little feature. So I'm on the first caption here, and what I want to do is just actually highlight the next caption along just so I can see the edge of the iPad graphic. And then from there, I'm going to tap on that, and then what I want to do is just reduce the size of it. So I'm going to go into style down here on the left hand side. I'm then going to go to styles, scroll up a little bit and then reduce the size. I want to bring it down a point where it kind of fits in to just the edge of the iPad graphic there. Once you've done that, tap the little tick on the right hand side and you'll now see all the captions have been resized. So you only have to do one and it affects everything. Okay, so there's two different ways you can edit your captions. You can edit them on an individual basis by double tapping on the caption itself and then making changes, or the way I like to do it is to actually do them in bulk. So just to tap, highlight the caption and then edit captions, and you can see them all here. So you've got the option of playing through. One of the cool new features in LumaFusion version 5 is the ability to freeze frame. Simple enough thing. Up until now, what we've had to do is take a screenshot, export it, and then bring it back in. Now I know if you're doing a quick social media video, TikTok, that kind of thing, you kind of probably want to let the captions just go and, you know, not worry too much about spelling mistakes and things like that. But I feel that if you're doing a longer YouTube orientated video, that it's definitely worthwhile going through everything and basically editing it up. So if you want to edit a caption, highlight it and then just use your arrow keys, or if you're on the iPad or the iPhone, just obviously navigate to it and then just make your changes. So for example, we could go into way, capitalize it, or just bring it back to the normal size, whatever you want to do. And once you're done, just tap and move on to the next thing. If you want to check it, just go back a couple of frames. You don't need to do that any longer. But there is a specific way on how you use freeze frame, and that's you. And it's just a case of going through and checking your spelling mistakes. And it doesn't actually take that long to do, believe it or not. Quite a lengthy video, up to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that kind of thing. And it is worth the effort if you're going to bake in captions to actually make an effort with them. Make sure that they are grammatically and obviously spelling corrected. You just tap the little tick on the right hand side. And again, if you want to make any changes to a specific caption, you can highlight that caption, tap style, and then begin to make changes. Now you'll notice here on the left hand side just below trending, it says apply to auto captions. If you don't want to have the effect applied to everything and you want to maybe change the effect of one particular caption, then untick that, and that will then just do it with that one caption you're working on. But it says here border on a separate layer. But I lost the effect, tap done, and that gives me my snow border on a separate layer. So there's a mistake there, for example. So we can go in and we can add in an A and work it from there. You can change the fonts, you can change the styles, change the size, change the opacity, change the overall effect of the captions, how the captions actually animate, and obviously you can create bubble effects as well, which I don't tend to worry too much about. I honestly tend to just work with the default caption settings, pick my caption and go with it, and it happens to be a sort of caption that highlights in blue, which kind of suits the style of my videos. And there you go. That is as simple as it gets for actually editing captions. You just go along, work your way through the video, and make any grammar and spelling changes, and then when you go to export it, choose your settings. I obviously go for 4K, it's a 30 frames per second video. I don't tend to alter the codec or the bitrate or anything like that. You don't actually have a codec option within this version of CapCut, but in the desktop version I believe you can. So I just keep it to recommended and then just tap the little arrow in the top right, and that will then begin to export. And I'll just stop that just now because I've obviously done all this. There we go. That's how I go about creating my auto captions. It's a pretty quick and painless part of my editing process, and it's something I hope is useful for you guys. If you enjoyed the video tutorial today, by all means give it a like. I really appreciate it if you do that. And if you've earned your subscription, join the channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of the next video tutorial when it comes up. And I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.